He's flexing in front of me.
What?
You're flexing, aren't you?
No, be quiet.
Welcome to episode 7 of Exposing the Business. I am Tiante with your boy Steve. Steve, how you doing?
It's the chosen one.
I'm sorry.
The Jack chosen one.
I'm sorry. Steve just got the gym. He's looking very jacked today.
Yeah, got the veins popping in the biceps. In the forearms.
And Steve over here brought me cake from his birthday.
I sure did. It's good, isn't it?
It's real good.
Yeah, and I got it for free.
Happy birthday to Steve, by the way. And the week we were gone, he has turned 21. Praise Almighty Steve.
Yeah.
Had his first official legal
Beer.
Yeah.
Tiante, you forgot my birthday on Sunday.
I didn't forget your birthday.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
I just got home from LA on Sunday.
Hot up in this piece.
And not only, I'll say it in the miscellaneous, but it was a very hard trip.
Is your AC on?
It should be.
Yeah, maybe because I'm wearing all black, but it's hot up in this piece.
You always wear all black.
Yeah, I don't plan on it, but
Man,
it just happens that way.
that was a racial, by the way.
Stop. I'm choking that cake over there. Anyway, for my wrestling fans, I have breaking news.
Here we go.
WrestleMania 35.
Oh boy.
Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. This is what I'm hearing. He will be in the ring wrestling a real match. Apparently, everything is working out where he literally can have a match. Like, no movies going on. He's talking to Vince about it.
Okay.
He's going to be in the ring. Not 2 minute with everything he had with, Eric Rowan and Bray Wyatt. He's going to have a legitimate match. So far, that's what it looks like. Plans change, but that's
Of course.
but it's looking that way.
Are they saying who his opponent could be?
No.
No?
They just say that he can work a program at WrestleMania. So,
It's deep.
I was thinking, who could he be with? They're not going to do it. Already did this, Ronda and Kurt versus Stephanie and Triple H.
Mm-hmm.
They wouldn't, run that again with The Rock.
Oh no, I know what's going to happen now.
What?
What do you think?
Rock versus Roman?
Yes.
I doubt it.
Are you sure?
I doubt it.
I'd see
But-
it happening.
I mean, that'll be. We can get into this in a second now for the wrestling part. It's just a lot of possibilities. But for the sports,
Kawhi Leonard.
Kawhi Leonard, it's a Toronto Raptor. Winners and losers. The Raptors, to me, lost. The Spurs lost.
Both of them lost.
Yes, but one team won.
Who?
Los Angeles Lakers. The Lakers won. Because, San Antonio literally wanted the whole entire house for Kawhi Leonard. 4 first-round picks, 4 players from us. For Philadelphia, they wanted either Ben Simmons or Joel Embiid. They wasn't going to give that up. Boston wanted them. They wanted either Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, I think Gordon Hayward. They didn't want Kyrie because Kyrie he's weird and all that stuff. And he might not even stay. So the Spurs like, you know what? We'll trade him to Toronto. They got DeMar DeRozan and Jacob Poletto, I butchered his name, and a protected first round pick. So Kawhi Leonard's not re-signed in Toronto.
No.
I mean, unless people keep saying he could pull the Paul George and resign there. He doesn't want to be there, at all. He does not want to be there.
He wants one team.
Yeah, he wants to be a Laker.
I mean, that's... Oof.
And I'm hearing maybe a Clipper, but I mean, come on now.
I guess it would be some parity in the West, but...
Yeah, but I mean, if he said Clipper, you're literally playing under LeBron's shadow. Literally, you're playing in the Staples Center with really. You go see LeBron with the Lakers, and Kawhi Leonard with the Clippers. I'm saying Kawhi Leonard's not a bad player. I'm just saying, come on now.
It'd be like a giant like banner with LeBron covering up the Staples Center, and then you got Kawhi Leonard's small little banner up next to him.
You do realize that when the Clipper games are on, all the Laker banners, they hide those with banners like the Clippers players. The Clippers have not even won a conference title. No, I just dismissed the Clippers. I dismissed them.
The one year they could have won was that one year that racist guy got kicked out.
Yeah, and they lost, second round?
Yeah.
They did their usual, losing the second round.
And they had Chris Paul and Blake Griffin in his prime.
And Deontay Jordan, they lost in the second round as usual. But anyway, I mean, We literally, because I don't. People keep thinking that the Raptors could be the best team in the East. I don't know. I still think it'll be the Celtics. But my prediction is Kawhi Leonard is a Laker by the trade deadline, only because, um, only because he doesn't want to be a Raptor, and we can trade for Kawhi and basically give them, hey, we'll give you Ingram, maybe a second round pick or first round pick, and they'll make the deal with us. They're not gonna hold the King's ransom. That GM's getting fired end of the year.
Yeah.
Because you gave up a guy who wanted to play, who wanted to be a Raptor for life, DeMar DeRozan. You literally traded somebody who wanted to stay with your organization for somebody who doesn't want to be there.
And that man, and the dude isn't a bad player.
Who, DeRozan?
Yeah.
No, he's not a bad player. Can't shoot.
But
He's not a bad player. He's an all-star.
yeah,
He won't be an all-star in the West, though. It's too crowded.
yeah, I don't. He can't.
Yeah, it's too crowded. But, I mean, you do realize that every single star Toronto has had literally did not want to stay there. Vince Carter got traded out of there. Tracy McGrady, did he get traded out of there too? I think he did get traded out of there. Or he signed, he was free agent and left to go somewhere else.
Chris Bosh.
Chris Bosh, free agent, left. The one guy who wanted to be a Raptor for life. The one guy who turned down the Lakers that could have been his team. We all would have loved him like Kobe. DeMar DeRozan, a couple years ago, he was a free agent. I think it was 2016, tried to get him. He swerved us to stay in Toronto. You traded him away. Yes, I understand the formula was not working. You guys keep losing to LeBron and
But he's not there.
He's not there anymore. So I would have ran it back to see what you could do.
Yeah.
But I mean, can't see it now, and
No.
he was hurt because they told this man a week before you're not getting traded. Then they traded him the very next week. He was hurt.
So now they got rid of the coach that took them to the
Yep.
playoffs. They got rid of
Their best player.
and they got a dude who doesn't want to be there.
Nope.
And people are saying they got 1 year to make it to the finals, guys. And I'm like, they're not making it to the finals.
They're not. He's getting fired in a year. The GM, he is getting fired. History shows that no stars stay in Toronto.
No, Lord.
DeMar DeRozan feels betrayed. I mean, this is just, I don't know, San Antonio. They fighting for the AFC. I mean, I don't see how DeRozan fits their system because he can't really shoot. I mean, he has a mid-range jumper, but he can't shoot threes all that well. DeMar DeRozan got benched in the playoffs because literally in the second round against LeBron, he got benched because he was terrible. They benched him. I mean,
So he's like very off and on, hot and cold.
He's a hot and cold player. Like I said, he's an all-star in the East. West, I don't think he makes the all-star
Too
team.
flooded.
Unless he literally, I mean, he has to drop like 27, 28 points a game. I mean, balls out. So, I mean.
And even then, who are the Spurs beating without Kawhi Leonard and with Rosen?
Who knows?
In the West.
Who knows?
Like the West is too much of a powerhouse
Yeah.
for that Spurs team to make any play right now. And I was thinking maybe if Kawhi Leonard stayed, and even then he didn't get along with Popovich, so it's like I don't know.
I mean, I just the Spurs' best offer to me, literally, what was the Lakers' offer? I'm not being biased, but we had an offer on the table. We're gonna give them, I think, Brandon Ingram, Josh Hart, and I think Kyle Kuzma, and maybe a first-round pick. And because Popovich is retiring in 2 years, because after the Olympics in 2020, whatever, he said he's done.
Oh, okay. Oh, he's coaching the team, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's done. So you could have got literally, in my opinion, two budding all-stars because they both got all-star potential in Kuzma and Ingram,
Right.
who would have fit your system better than DeMar DeRozan. They got DeMar DeRozan and a power forward who he's solid, but he's no starter. He's a bench player.
So what exactly did the Spurs think they were going to just? I know they thought they were going to get
A lot.
a lot for him, but what were they thinking they would get out of Rosen?
I just think their thing is, okay, we have to at least be somewhat competitive. So we'll get a guy who's competitive, a competitive all-star.
But
I mean, they need to rebuild because you literally are. You're not going to make it far in the playoffs with DeMar DeRozan and LaMarcus Aldridge. You're just not. I mean, especially with other stuff I'm hearing too. This is just a rumor, but Durant could lead the Warriors next year and could be a Laker. I'm being serious because I'm not making this up. I'm being serious because you were gone, but him and LeBron had like dinner together, and they're speculating, they can team up next year. LeBron did call him, and say, hey, you want to team up? No, I'm good here with the Warriors. But Durant's a weird fella. He is. He Durant's weird. And like I said, I mean, if he joined the Lakers, I'd be like, whatever. I mean, right. I'm not going to be, I'd be happy that, okay, we're a much better team, but I mean, I'm still going to be like, you still took the easy way out.
Still.
Yeah. Even though they're talking about, Adam Silver, he will stop this. Really? So he'll stop LeBron and Kevin Durant teaming up, but you're not going to stop 5 All-Stars. You're not going to stop 5 All-Stars. So 5 All-Stars, okay. I'm sorry. 2 MVPs, 3 other All-Stars, a center who, in my opinion, when he's healthy, is the best center in the game. You're not going to stop that, but you'll stop LeBron and KD.
That's ridiculous.
But you won't stop 5 All-Stars.
And you won't stop LeBron and Dwayne Wade teaming up almost a decade ago.
Hey, that was okay.
That was okay.
That was okay. When I was okay, they didn't go to Boston. LeBron said, I'm going to team up with D-Wade, which, that Heat team finished, I think, 7th or 8th in the Eastern Conference, lost in the second round.
Yeah.
So, that's okay. Durant's very uncomfortable, by the way, with his move to Golden State. Because he was on C.J. McCollum, shooting guard for Portland Trailblazers, his podcast. And McCollum was basically talking about how, they wanted Boogie Cousins, but Golden State got him, and Durant was kind of, pitching for DeMarcus Cousins, whatever. And Durant gets very, very, triggered when you bring up his move to Golden State.
Oh, does it?
Which shows that he's not comfortable with that decision still. And it's been, 2 years now?
So it's sort of like he didn't want to do it, but he really wanted a ring that bad.
And which is why my thing is, okay, if you were comfortable with your decision, you wouldn't care what people are saying about you now.
Yeah.
So he got triggered and told CJ McCollum, you guys didn't win the championship. Ooh. Yeah, and they were kind of going back and forth on Twitter, that was a weak move still, all that stuff, blah, blah, blah. And Durant was going after fans on Twitter. Durant used his Twitter basically to roast fans instead of building, his brand.
Right.
But, I mean, he's not comfortable at all. I mean, he's not comfortable. He was the same guy that tweeted back in 2010 or 11, whatever year it was. Well, I don't understand all these super teams. Let's make a competitive balance. Well, what happened to being competitors? You hypocrite. Look at what you did.
I'm such a story-based person, and I whenever I look at sports, I always think of the story of it all. And this Kevin Durant thing just sounds like the perfect story of a guy who, the hero of this place who wanted fairness and parity, but over time seeing his failures just sort of being thrown to his face over time, and as time goes on, he begins to get his resolve wavers, and suddenly he's like, if I can't beat it, I must join it.
And he's not comfortable with that decision. He's not comfortable. I mean, I believe personally, if Kevin Durant felt that he was comfortable with Golden State, I feel like, even though, it would be hard because, they want to keep this team together, they sign, all these short-term deals. I feel like they would have said, okay, we'll keep you, Durant, we'll sign to a long-term deal. He keeps doing 1+1s, which means he can opt out next year.
Yeah.
And everyone thinks he's going to opt out next year, regardless of what happens, if they win or lose. They think he's gone. And, personally, I'm not ruling out that he'll join the Lakers next year because he's an odd fella anyway. And, okay, he's not going back to OKC. He's not. They can't afford him for one.
Yeah.
And I don't think they even want him back, personally, because what he did was different than what LeBron did,
Because I feel like with LeBron, he he wasn't going to win anything with that Cleveland team he was with.
And the people, which makes me kind of mad sometimes, people blow out in portion. Oh, LeBron did the same thing. LeBron did not. The Boston Celtics whipped his tail.
Yeah.
LeBron did not go, you know what? I'm going to the team that whooped me. I'm going to Boston.
Yeah.
He went to Miami. Durant was up, what, was it 3-0, 3-1 on Golden State?
Right.
Literally, I mean, him and Russell choked the games away, and he joined the Golden State Warriors after he lost to them. So these are two different things.
Not to mention, that Boston team, they were a great team,
Yeah.
but they weren't this long-standing, like, 70. What was Golden State's
Like
record?
73 and like 10 or something crazy like that.
Yeah, they weren't that. So I mean, it's ridiculous because I feel like people do compare it, and it's so dumb because LeBron didn't run
No.
to his freaking captors.
No.
He went over to Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh came along, I guess.
Which he wasn't supposed to come along anyway.
Yeah.
Supposed to be Carmelo Anthony.
Which that would have been a real super team to me.
Yeah, poor Carmelo. I don't feel sorry for him. I mean, his wife is dating Drake now. You didn't hear?
What?
That's what I'm hearing.
His wife.
He cheated on her during their relationship through the years. Carmelo has cheated on her, what I heard, multiple times.
Okay.
And they separated back in 2017.
Okay.
They didn't file for divorce, but they're not staying together anymore or whatever. And she said she was tired of it.
They're taking a break.
Yeah, I think he cheated on her with a stripper, which is a common thing, I guess, in sports now. So
I don't feel bad for him now.
I mean, to me, you had a beautiful wife and you cheated on her with someone else, got the girl pregnant, what I heard. You cheated on her, the girl with cheated on your wife with. And he wants Lala back. Lala, I heard she's messing with Drake now, whatever.
Wait, Lala, the singer?
Lala Anthony?
Yeah. Oh.
That was on 106 and Park?
Oh, her.
That was his wife.
I didn't know that.
That was Melo's wife. And the thing was, she said that her and Melo will always still be friends. They were dating since he was 19 years old.
Oh.
And he's, 34 now? That's a long time.
Yeah. Did she get that spot on 106 Park because she was married to Carmelo?
No, I think she was on it before she even met him.
Oh, okay. So
I think.
she had her own career.
Wait, was she from one of those? Hold on. I might be getting her confused with somebody else. Hold on, let me think. Because getting 106 Park confused with somebody else. I'm trying to think.
We talking about like the old version where it was like Terrence Howard and someone else?
Yeah, but I'm trying to think.
That wasn't Lala. That wasn't Lala.
That was Roxy, wasn't it?
That was Roxy.
What did Lala? Okay, hold on.
Like,
yeah, I'm tripping. I don't know why I got her confused with Roxy.
yeah, I remember. I used to watch 106 Park like religiously back
I
then.
don't know why I got her confused with Roxy. My apologies. But anyway, yeah. This whole Carmelo stuff is ahead. He's with the Houston Rockets now.
Right.
He got bought out with the Rockets. This man literally got $25 billion guaranteed this year. He got bought out. He has money. All that money came to him.
But he's not in his prime no more.
No, he's not. And I mean, to my opinion, Houston got worse because they lost Trevor Ariza, they lost Mbah Moute, one of the two best defenders. They lost them. Mm-hmm. One went to Phoenix, one went back to the Clippers. Mm-hmm. And they plug in Carmelo, who doesn't play defense, who's hot or cold, not a great three-point shooter. They think, we didn't lose a step. You kind of did. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, I'm just waiting for my Lakers this year, to actually be good. And people keep saying, oh, they got the meme team, a bunch of guys who got bad personalities. And what are they going to be saying once we go to the playoffs and make some noise? I'm just saying, what do you want to say? Because they're all one-year deals that we did, and I don't see anything wrong with them. Michael Beasley dropped 13 a game last year off the bench. He's on our bench. Rondo, who could start. I mean, comes up big in the playoffs. Didn't have bad numbers last year. Lance Stevenson he's nasty. I like that nastiness. JaVale McGee, a two-time champion. I mean, the guys we signed literally are guys who can create their own shot. Which you need against Golden State.
Like veterans who need a chance or could use a chance and could come off the bench and be pretty decent.
Yeah, I mean, we got guys who LeBron literally this year does not have to worry about being the primary ball hand like he did with Cleveland.
No.
Because his team in Cleveland, which people keep forgetting, the Cleveland team was better. He literally had his whole team was basically built with guys who could shoot the 3 ball and did not play great defense. And apparently, that's the formula to beat Golden State. Yeah, you need guys who can create their own shot because if LeBron's resting, who's going to create their own shot? Who's going to be the ball handlers? I mean, like I said, I want to see what LeBron could do with this team because my dad thinks that he can do it, beat Golden State with this team. I'm just like, we got to wait and see how everything jails. But I do say this, though. If we get Kawhi Leonard, we can beat Golden State.
Oh, yeah.
We can beat them.
Personally, I think, because, would you say LeBron is the only star on the Lakers right now?
Yeah, definitely. He's the only star. Okay. I mean, I think that Brandon Ingram and Kyle Kuzma are going to...
And Lonzo.
Yeah, Lonzo. Brandon Ingram's going to be... I think he's going to be an all-star this year. I think he's going to benefit really big by having LeBron. So is Lonzo and Kuzma. I mean, people are thinking that this team is just not good. We literally, if everyone stayed healthy, could have been the 8th or the 7th seed in the playoffs last year. Nobody didn't get hurt. But, I mean, if we get Kawhi Leonard, you know he's checking Durant. And he can shut Durant. He can't shut Durant down, but Durant's not going to drop 40.
Okay.
You know? LeBron's going to check Steph. And LeBron can shut Steph down.
Okay.
Klay Thompson? Yeah. You go ahead. We're not going to worry about you. Because he's hit or miss in all honesty. He's hit or miss. I saw that in the Houston series. He's hit or miss. Draymond is not a scorer. No. Boogie's going to get his regardless. But whatever. I mean, that's it. We don't even know if Boogie's even going to be
healthy.
The Boogie that he was when he comes back. We don't know that. So, I mean, I'm not worrying. To me, basketball's going to be good again this year, but...
well, it'll be good if you're one of the few teams in the West, I guess.
Yeah, and even the East, because like I said, people saying it's Boston's East. It's still going to be competitive.
It can be Philadelphia's East, too.
See, Simmons got to learn how to shoot.
And B has to stay healthy.
Yeah, because Simmons' problem is he can't shoot, and... We saw in the playoffs, Jason Tatum, who I think should have been, honestly, the Rookie of the Year, but, they don't count the playoffs, when it comes to regular season stuff, which is fair. He embarrassed Simmons in the playoffs. He put the moves on him. I mean, everyone was up in arms about it when the 2-hit ratings come out. Why is Tatum the same overall as Ben Simmons and Donovan Mitchell? Simmons should be higher. He's Rookie of the Year, blah, blah. I'm like, Simmons was non-existent in the playoffs last year. He can't shoot. But anyway, I mean, and Dwight Howard, I think is one of the most disappointing players in the past 20 years. I'm not saying he's not a bad player, but this man had the potential to be could be in the argument one of the best centers to play the game, like with Shaq and them.
Right.
If he had some freaking post moves. He don't got no post moves. I mean, literally, his game is literally put back dunks, lobs, rebound. He doesn't have post moves.
He's not versatile enough.
No, and he has the body. Just when he was in Orlando, this man was a freak of nature. I mean, but I think he'll benefit well with the Wizards. Getting the lobs, put backs, he'll fit in well with the Wizards.
I'm just hoping the Wizards. Like the Wizards, every Washington team is well, save for the Caps. Every Washington team is very funny because one year they'll do awful, and then the next year they'll be like a playoff contender.
Yeah.
They won't win in the playoffs, but like they'll be a playoff contender. And it's like I look at the Wizards, who are who are almost exemplified to a T, because. All I want is for us is to get to like the conference championship now.
Which you can this year.
We could. It's a very wide open East, and there's and I feel like they're one of the 3 teams who could get to that that conference championship. Because I don't know if they're going to get past the Celtics, but
that's going to be tough. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Yeah.
I mean,
healthy even without Kyrie and Hayward. Even without them. They still gave LeBron a good fight.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
John Wall and Bradley Beal and Dwight Howard are going to have a hard time with Hayward and Kyrie.
The Wizards, what has to happen for them this year is the Wizards would need like I said, will all be able to stay healthy and be able to put up the same stuff he did last year. Finally show he's an all-star shooting guard. You can do it again this year.
Right.
Howard to be serious, cut nonsense, play ball at least pretty good.
Right.
And I need Oubre to really step up and be this, good 3-and-D guy. I mean, really good. I mean, that's what I need from him to be. A good, nice wing defender, shoot three. But, I mean, like I said, to me, I see it going by the, playoff seeding.
Mm-hmm.
Boston. I'm going to say Toronto. But
Really?
I got to go back on that later on. Depends on how they gel. But if I had to pick Boston, Toronto.
If Kawhi wants to actually play.
Yeah, which I think he's gonna do his part.
Right.
But he's not. I mean, because he wants his money, he wants to show he's healthy.
Right.
But I see it. Like I said, Boston, Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
Who else do I see it with? Boston, Toronto, Milwaukee 3.
Okay, Milwaukee.
Yeah, Philly 4, and I would say 5. I say Indiana.
Really?
I say Indiana.
See, we don't talk about the Bucks and the Pacers a lot. I mean, we always tend to talk about the Lakers and and we'll talk about the West a lot. We'll discuss the Celtics and the Sixers. We'll discuss the Wizards at times. We never really talk about the Bucks and the Pacers, and you're putting them in them in the top 5 of the East.
See,
so.
If Oladipo comes out again this year and shows that he's an all-star, shooting guard, then I can see them being 5th. And Milwaukee, Giannis, the Greek freak, if he gets a reliable jump shot, I mean, I think he's hands down the best player in the East. I mean, this guy's a freak of nature. I mean, this guy's something serious.
So, but do you see any of them having any chance of beating whoever comes out of the West in the finals?
Yes. I think personally, Boston matches up pretty good against Golden State.
That would be a good one.
I mean, because Kyrie, let's not forget, Kyrie hit that 3-point shot in Steph Curry's face. Broke his ankle, hit the 3 in his shot. That was like a dagger. I'm serious. Back in the 2016 finals, you could pull it up and look at it. I mean, Kyrie's that man when he helped.
Right.
Gordon Hayward, I think you could put him on. I think you could put Gordon Hayward honestly on Durant. Like I said, you're not going to shut him down, but Durant, I don't think Durant's going to drop 40. You could put Tatum on Thompson. DeMarcus, if he's healthy, would bully Al Horford. But I mean, that's DeMarcus. He gonna get his. And who is that? Who is the Celtics power forward? I can't think at this point. I feel like it's Hayward. I feel like it's Horford. I feel like Austin Baines is their center, but I think they match up pretty well against them. But we'll see. But let's transition real quick.
All right.
To football.
All right.
But first, shout out to the Lakers' new uniforms. They were leaked.
Oh, okay.
Showtime. They resemble the Showtime Lakers.
From the 80s.
Yeah. Right. I like it. It looked pretty clean. I'll show you after this, but it looks pretty clean.
See, Magic is trying to bring back...
Shoot. Hey, don't be surprised you look one night, Magic Johnson in the lineup. Don't be surprised he in that lineup.
He's going to suit up like, hey, y'all, I can't let y'all have all this fun.
Yeah, come on now. I can still play now. I mean, I can't score, but I can still pass that thing behind the back, make it look good.
I'll be the coach, too. Let's do it.
Yeah.
A player coach.
Yeah, I mean, shoot. I used to coach back in the day. He did, though. He used to coach the Lakers. I'm serious. He coached and he played. But, I mean, the uniforms, boy.
Oh,
also, shout out to Manny Machado. He's a Dodger.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to miss. I'm not an Oil fan. I supported them. And I watched a couple Oil games, even with the Beltway series going on with the Nats and Oils.
Right.
Manny brought some memories. I'm going to miss him as an Oriole. He's a Dodger now. I can't stand the Dodgers, but I'm still supporting Manny. Darrell Rivas, shout him out too. Retired. He's Hall of Famer. Even though he was a Jet and a Patriot, and I can't stand them two teams, but he's a Hall of Famer. I'm also shouting out Young Gravy, my new favorite rapper.
Who?
He's nice. Young Gravy. Look him up, guys. Young Gravy.
Young Gravy.
Look up Young Gravy Gravity. That's a nice song.
Are we getting any sponsorship or any form of like advertising?
No, but I wish. That'd be so clutch. Wow. But yeah, about the now football. Mm-hmm. So Jimmy G thought that he was better than Tom Brady. I love the confidence, but he's not.
No,
he's not.
There's a lot of things one can say in the NFL. Not many can say they're better than Tom Brady. Nope. Actually, I feel like the only person in the NFL who has a chance of saying that is Aaron Rodgers. Yeah,
which is funny because did you hear the executives' rankings of quarterbacks this year?
No, I've seen the NFL top list.
Well, the NFL execs around the league got rankings out, and Rodgers and Brady are like tied for first.
Which makes sense.
Yeah. I know they got it in separate tiers too. They got like Jameis Winston like third tier. You know, they were saying he just not a great quarterback. Turns the ball a lot, which is true. I think personally the Bucs after this year, depending on what goes down, might move on from him.
Which, yeah.
I mean, he has talent.
He has promise.
But he's just a knucklehead.
Yeah.
They had Wentz, I think Wentz was tier 2.
Okay, that's fair.
But they were saying we got to see what he does
in the playoffs.
No, with like average guys. They're not giving him big props because they was like, look at the team he had around him. We want to see him with average guys. What we say, like put him in a situation like with how Brady has average receivers, all that stuff, and how Rodgers doesn't have. He has good receivers. But
I know what you mean.
Yeah,
now.
They want to see him around that before they put him, up there with Brady and Rodgers, all them.
My argument for that. Are we just talking like around him in terms of receivers?
Yeah.
Like his off. Okay. To counter. Okay, I will give them this. LeGarrette Blount is a 2-time Super Bowl champ. Well, yeah, won 2 Super Bowls with the Pats, I believe, right? He won 2 bowls with the Pats, right?
I think he only won 1. Oh,
he only won 1? Yeah. Okay. He won gold with the Pats. And not to mention, you had Jay Ajayi, who was not a bad. Yeah, okay, Steve, I know. Jay Ajayi, not a bad receiver at all. Very promising receiver. Running back.
Them knees be gone in 2 years.
I mean, hey, I know.
But he got his ring.
He be fine. The J train does not stop running until it does. So his running, and also Darren Sproles when
he retiring this year?
No, he's still going to play.
But is he retiring after this year?
We don't know.
I think I heard that he said he's retiring after this year.
He wants to play like he doesn't want to go out like how he did, being hurt. Yeah. Those are his words. Darren Sproles is an all-star, a person who I think should be in the Hall of Fame when he retires. I think he should. I know all-purpose yards is not a thing that people always look at, but I think he deserves the Hall of Fame because that man on special teams is truly special. And when he's in the backfield, he can. And when he's one of those really good receiving running backs. I mean, we could look at his stats, but I'm just saying.
I mean, he got an argument, but I don't think he'll be.
No, not like a first ballot or
second ballot.
No,
I think he'll be waiting a while.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just saying he deserves to be in it eventually. He deserves to get in there eventually.
Yeah.
Like, let's face it, the freaking what's his name? Freaking the Jets QB. Super Bowl 3.
Joe Namath?
If Joe Namath can be in the Hall of Fame, I'm just saying he's overrated.
Hey, I mean, I'm a Dolphin fan, so I can care less what you say. I can care less.
But Wentz, I feel like his receiving options weren't they didn't before 2017. His first season was very sketchy because his receivers were so bad. Yeah. But even with his bad receivers, he showed a lot of promise. And in 2017, yes, we had Alshon Jeffrey, all-star wide receiver. But after him, it isn't like we had the greatest receivers ever. Torrey Smith is decent, but he was dropping balls all the time, even when it was in his hands. Yeah. Nelson Aguilar is a freak. Literally, this was the freakiest thing. Because the year before,
He was butt.
yes, he was. But literally, the Eagles fan base wanted him gone, and the next year he's putting up the career of his life. He's putting up the season. He's putting up the biggest season he's ever done. So he just became good over time because of good coaching. So it's not like he wasn't always good. So I'm just saying, I feel like Wentz definitely he elevated the team. Wentz is a quarterback who elevates his team. And I think he elevated his team to being a playoff team before he got hurt.
I love Carson Wentz.
Right.
I mean, remember time I was playing Madden, I was salty he left my team.
Yeah.
I was salty. I mean, I love him. I mean, he's a Christian. Great guy. I think personally, he can, I see a couple more Super Bowls in his future.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he's a gunslinger. But they also said Deshaun Watson was tier 2.
Sure.
But they were saying they want to see it this year because they said last year it was masked because, they weren't that crazy. Weren't they like 6? Didn't they have like a good winning record before he went out?
They were winning. I think it was more of like they were middling.
Yeah.
But they were playing so well against star teams like the Seahawks.
Yeah.
And was it the Pats they faced too?
I think so. And they almost beat the Pats.
Mm-hmm.
But they were saying with him was he made some bad throws last year, but that all kind of got out. People didn't pay attention to that because they were playing so well.
Mm-hmm.
But they were saying they kind of got to see some more with him. But they think he has great potential. I think so too.
Mm-hmm.
Personally, I mean, shoot, I'll take him any day over Sam Darnold, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. Like my cousin tried to tell me 2 days ago that he was like, oh, Josh Allen and Sam Darnold are better than Tannehill. They didn't play a single snap yet. Like this notion. I'm sorry, I got to rant. This notion that Tannehill is just terrible. It's
not bad.
It's ludicrous.
He's not bad.
I mean, the year he went down with the injury, we were like on a 6-7 game winning streak because of him.
Mm-hmm.
He was actually playing pretty good football. And I mean, this might be his last year here, depending on what happens. But I mean, I feel like he was robbed of what could have been last year under Gates for his second year, because him and Gates were finally clicking.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it's whatever. But
I put Tannehill in like a similar tier as like people like
Blake Bortles.
No, a little bit above that, like Kirk Cousins.
Wait, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. Oh, Case Keenum was like the last tier too, by the way. They were saying, I mean, they were saying he's an above average quarterback. He played with great weapons. I think he's going to struggle in Denver this year. But
that's a pretty stacked offense in Minnesota.
Yeah. But Jimmy G, which I'm like, I don't care. This is his choice. He apparently is dating a porn star. I'm sorry, adult actress. I'm sorry, that's better.
Oh, okay. I get. I mean,
He's because some people get kind of he's dating an adult actress, and everyone's all like, "Why is he doing that? It's so weird." I'm like, he's a grown man. He can do what he wants to do.
Come on.
I mean,
it's literally not even that big of a deal.
No, like I'm just like whatever. That's his choice. I mean, I can honestly, like I say, I care less. But
yeah. Do what you want.
Britt McHenry from Fox 5, Fox 5, she basically tweeted last night. These are her tweets, and kind of Twitter was like, what in the world? I kind of upset about it.
Right.
Jimmy Garoppolo is a franchise quarterback of a prominent NFL team. He should have had more values in class than parading a porn star in LA. Slam me for saying that, but guarantee someone in his camp said the same thing. Again, the man can do whatever he wants.
He's a grown man.
Yeah.
He's getting paid millions of dollars to play football.
Yeah.
Come on.
Like, I mean, I'm not going to knock anybody who's in love with somebody or doing whatever they do. That's their business.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, it's their business. I can care less. I mean, to me, it's stupid.
If I'm a 49ers fan, as long as he plays like he did in those last 7 games, free, he can date the entirety of the freaking adult industry for all I care.
And I'm hearing that, I mean, I hear one part they're dating, the other part I hear that they're testing waters. But I mean, it's his business. I'm like, who cares? Like, who really cares?
No one should care, but you know how
Yeah.
it is.
I mean, it's not that serious.
If he wants to do that, as long as he's playing good, as long as he's playing good football. See, you showed me the Lakers jerseys. As long as he's playing good football, because I actually am rooting for Jimmy Garoppolo.
Same here.
I want him to earn that check he got.
I just kind of wish that he was a Dolphin. But it's a lot of stuff I wish, but I mean, whatever. Who cares?
You have Tannehill. It's okay.
And LeBron's in LA. I don't care. Yeah.
And the Nets are living good lives.
Who?
The Nets.
No, they're not.
They're living good lives.
Mike Harper's getting traded probably.
Well, Strasburg is on the injured.
Again. That's the user for him. He gets hurt all the time. Whatever. But okay. You saw Todd Gurley got his money, right?
Right.
And Le'Veon Bell did. So people are wondering how come Bell didn't get his, but Gurley got his.
Because Gurley's better. Actually.
That's tough. But the real reason why Gurley got his money and Bell didn't, Deontay, would you pay somebody millions of dollars who is a nutcase, who is literally, I mean, if one more slip up, this guy is suspended because of drugs. This guy literally, I mean, he's still the fans are getting upset with him. Mm-hmm. But he's being vocal, I want my money, blah, blah. I'm not gonna show up to camp, this. I mean, he's just being a nutcase.
He's being a kid.
Being a kid. He's to me, he's injury prone also because he's been getting hurt. Would you rather pay somebody like that or pay a guy who has not been in the news?
Is professional.
Professional. I mean, this guy literally, nice contract, has a jet now.
Really?
Does his business, doesn't taunt. I mean, doesn't taunt on social media. He just plays football.
Yeah, I would rather pay Gurley over Le'Veon. And I'm not saying Le'Veon's a bad running back. I was just more or less kidding when I said when Gurley was better. I personally feel like they have two different running styles that's like both are really good for the game.
Yeah.
But in terms of just character, I would rather pay Gurley.
Like you don't want to pay a guy that you can't count on.
No.
I mean, but the whole Steelers, the whole drug thing is a big factor in all this. The Steelers don't want to pay a guy, crazy money,
right?
And they don't even know if he's gonna be around because he could get suspended. He's gone, 6-7 games, whatever. Could be gone a whole year. Could get hurt. He's already injured prone. They don't want to pay a guy that. Now, I think personally that Le'Veon Bell is going to be a free agent after this year. His camp is saying, "Oh, he better not play at all this year. He might sit out the whole year." He's not sitting out the whole year.
If he sat out the whole year, then I don't see. Yeah.
But somebody's going to pay him the money that he wants.
Browns.
Oh, yeah, speaking of the Browns, Jarvis Landry said today, yeah, we're going to be dangerous. We're going to the Super Bowl this year. Yeah, an 0-16 team is going to the Super Bowl this year. Yeah, let's see if you can get to 7-9 first before we can talk about the playoffs. But talk about the Super Bowl.
If the Browns went to the Super Bowl after an 0-16 season, it would not only be historic, I feel like, you ever heard of the whole Leicester City thing in like British soccer?
Yeah.
How they were literally not supposed to even be in contention for their championship.
It'd be a Las Vegas Knights situation. Expansion team automatically goes to the Stanley Cup their first year.
Except I feel like this would be even wilder because of the fact that it's the Browns who never are good going to the Super Bowl after a completely goose egg season. That would be ridiculous. Jarvis Landry, please sit down.
Oh yeah, they might sign Des Bryant too. Because Josh Gordon may not be at camp.
What?
Rehab.
Oh.
All that stuff going on with him. So, yeah, they're definitely going to the Super Bowl. Yeah, Tyrod Taylor's your starting quarterback. Baker Mayfield's a third string. I think he's highly overrated. Oh, he has a documentary series coming out on Sunday too on Fox.
Oh man.
About him, his rise to being the first quarterback in the draft. $32 million contract. Yeah, that's how much he got paid.
Oh, I feel so bad for the Browns.
I don't. Why? They had the first pick. They decided to pick Baker Mayfield over a bunch of other guys. They could have literally traded down to number 2 at least or whatever. Picked up Saquon. Traded back down. Got a quarterback. I don't feel sorry for them whatsoever.
It is kind of, actually okay. Now I think about it, I do remember during the draft, I kept saying you have the first and the fourth pick. Pick Saquon with the first pick, and then pick a QB with the second pick. And just because I just wanted them to screw over the Giants, because I knew the Giants were going to pick Saquon. So I was like, if you take Saquon and you take you'll have a QB. The Giants aren't going to. Oh my bad. The Giants aren't going to pick a QB. They still think Manning's the answer. Mm-hmm. They're not. And who was the other team that was before them at number 3? Was it the Jets?
No.
Colts.
No. It's gonna bother me. Or was it the Jets?
I swear, I thought Sam Darnold was number 3.
I don't think he was.
He wasn't. Who got picked?
Hold on, I'm about to find out right now.
All right.
I feel like it was a team that didn't get a quarterback. Or was it? Hold on, let me find out.
Who was like the 3rd worst team in the league? Oh no, I remember somebody traded up.
It was the Jets. It was Sam Darnold.
Okay. I remember they traded up.
Yeah, they traded up. I think they switched with the Colts.
Yeah. Because I was thinking that the Colts were going to get a tackle with their 3rd pick or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was the Jets. So yeah, the Jets were going to pick a QB. Yeah, but there would have been like 4 QBs left in that first round. So it's not like you would have lost anything.
We would want to take Josh Rosen, but Arizona had to come and just, But we got Minka Fitzpatrick, so apparently he's all pro safety potential.
He's going to be your star defensive player.
So I'm just like, hey, we get somebody, Minka shows up and does his job. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
But did you also hear what was it James Harrison? What he said about who he rather play for, who rather play for Bill Belichick or Mike Tomlin, who was the better coach to him?
Ooh, who'd he say?
Bill Belichick.
Well, of course.
I mean, like I said, Mike Tomlin, he won a Super Bowl with a team that was already there waiting for him.
That was what was that Bill Cowher's team?
Bill Cowher's team. I mean, I don't think Tom is a bad coach, but
no.
I mean,
I don't think he's like an all-star coach.
No. But
I mean, he's good. He's good. He consistently gets his team in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I can't even fault him for that.
Yeah.
But it's like no one's going to sit there and accuse him of being like the greatest thing in the history of. He's like one of the best coaches in the league right now. Matter of fact, hold up, Steve.
Yeah.
Best coaches in the NFL. We can do top 5 or top 10.
We got the top 5. I can't think of top 10 off the top of my head.
All right.
I gotta prepare for something this time. You just can't throw me into the 5. Right. Can we at least do top 3? That's a lot of thinking, man.
Top 3.
That's a lot of thinking. Well,
top 3.
Number 1.
Of course.
Number 1, I have to go with Jay Gruden of the Washington Redskins.
Oh man, really?
Oh no, I'm blind.
Oh, I'm sorry. These glasses these are my prescriptions.
Yeah. Bill Belichick's number 1, obviously.
Yeah.
Number 2, I'm trying to think of the coaches.
Number 2, I'm gonna have to. I'm not gonna lie. If by reputation alone. No, I couldn't put him there for reputation alone. I was about to say what's his name? I was about to say freaking dude up with the Raiders again.
Oh, John Gruden?
I was about to say him.
Gruden Grinders. Which, by the way, he has not spoken to Khalil Mack yet.
He hasn't?
No, that's your best player whose contract is up after this year. You've not spoken to him yet at all. Ooh. And you've been the head coach since what, April? May? No, since probably March.
Yeah.
Had not spoken to your best player. That's kind of weird.
I mean, I guess I could put John by reputation alone. I guess maybe Gruden can go at number 3, but even then that's kind of sketchy because he's won a bowl before.
Doug Peterson for you?
I wouldn't put him in number 2.
Oh, we got to come back to this list because I got to think about all the coaches. My brain is just
Yeah, it's definitely one of those things. You don't always think about the coaches a lot. And it's not like every coach is like the greatest thing ever.
Yeah.
But to be fair, if I would put Doug Peterson in the top 5 right now. Because, and it's really crazy how, in when he was hired in 2016, everyone said it was the worst hiring of a coach for a long time.
He got that ring on his finger.
He got that ring, though. Because Doug Peterson, in his first year, I feel like he was just scouting. He wasn't thinking of winning a bowl that year. He was just scouting and seeing what he could do. And we have, who I honestly think is the best GM in the league. Yeah. I think we have the best GM in the league. I don't care what any of these awards say. I think he's the best GM in the league right now. Because he has literally given... We got those all-stars on our team because of him. And because of also Joe Douglas, our talent personnel guy.
Yeah.
We got those star players in those one-year contracts because of him. And all those good trades because of him. Because I think what he gets is the same thing the Pats get. You can't keep the same team all the time.
No.
You have to keep switching up. And it sounds kind of crazy to say that because as fans, we get sentimental with our players when they give us like a title. Mm-hmm. But you can't keep everyone, and you have to keep the people who you know are going to stay. Yeah. And also, that's why we had to get rid of Blunt. I loved ABC. I loved Ajayi, Blunt, and Clement, but we had to get rid of them. And you can't keep we couldn't keep some of our like classic players like Brent Selleck. We love Brent Selleck. He's a legend with the Eagles, but we couldn't keep him. We had to get rid of him. So it's kind of crazy because it's like I think we have the best front office. I think we have one of the best coaches because Doug Peterson is always willing to ball out and go for even fourth downs. How many coaches go for fourth downs regularly as he does?
Not a lot.
Not a lot. So it's like I think I would put Doug at the top 5. I think we have the best front office. Because I think Jeffrey Lurie is one of the better owners in the league right now. Because he doesn't stick his nose where it doesn't belong.
Well, all I got to say is in New England, they could find bags of chips from the dollar store and make them look like Utz potato chips.
They could find Lil Romeo brand chips.
Yep.
And Kermit the Lay's.
Yep. That's just the magic. Oh, my goodness. I also heard that Bill Belichick traded Jimmy Garoppolo to 49ers because he wanted to prove a point to Robert Kraft and Tom Brady that, I was right about this guy. This guy should be, we shouldn't trade him. We should sign him.
Man, that's such it's such a crazy,
Theory?
Huh?
Theory?
Not just even that, just like the situation between that triangle of people. Kraft, Brady, and Belichick. It reminds me of RG3 and Coach Shanahan and Dan Snyder, where it was just like what's wrong, Steve?
You said RG3. Oh gosh, thinking about flashback to 2012.
Talking about Baltimore Ravens backup RG3. Who's getting that starting job, Steve? Flacco, RG3, or Jackson?
Flacco. And who's behind Flacco? Lamar Jackson.
Who's behind Lamar?
Oh, Griffin. He won't play a single snap this year. That's in the preseason. Matter of fact, he may not make the cut at the preseason. He might make the regular season roster. He may not.
But you know what, though? What? At least it'll be the first season in a while he doesn't get hurt.
You're wrong. You're wrong. I'm done with sports.
Went about almost an hour for it. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back for wrestling.
Wrestling.